Hello everyone, welcome to the series of Macroeconomics. This is Dr. Atman Shah. In this video, I'm going to discuss the mathematical and graphical derivation of the IS curve. You can find more videos on microeconomics, macroeconomics, econometrics, 1 minute economics, and statistics for social sciences on my YouTube channel. So don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon. Let's start with the introduction. IS curve stands for investment saving curve and it represents the equilibrium in the goods market. So all points on IS curve exhibit the goods market equilibrium. Why it represents the goods market equilibrium, that we will discuss later. So it shows the various combinations of interest rates I and levels of output Y where planned spending equals income. So basically, IS curve shows the combinations, various combinations of interest rates and levels of income, levels of output. Let's understand the mechanism. Suppose interest rate decreases. Now, if interest rate decreases, investment will increase because we have inverse relationship between investment and rate of interest. Now, if investment increases, aggregate demand will also increase because aggregate demand is equal to C plus I plus G plus NX. So if I increases, that is investment, aggregate demand will also increase. And this rise in aggregate demand leads to rise in level of output. So here you can see fall in interest rate is associated with rise in income. And therefore, we have the inverse relationship between level of interest rate and level of output. So we will get negatively sloped IS curve. Let's understand the mathematical derivation. Now we know that aggregate demand is equal to C plus I plus G plus NX. Now C is the consumption function. So C is equal to C bar plus small c into disposable income. C bar is autonomous consumption and this small c is marginal propensity to consume. And YD is the disposable income. So disposable income is your total income minus taxes plus transfers. Transfers are constant and therefore we have taken TR bar. Now what is taxes? The proportion of income that we pay to the government. So it is small t into Y. So therefore consumption function is equal to C bar plus C Y minus TY plus TR bar. Let's open up the bracket. So C is equal to C bar plus CY minus CTY plus CTR bar. Now we will take C and Y common from these two. So C is equal to C bar plus C in bracket 1 minus T into Y plus CTR bar. So this becomes our consumption function. I is equal to I bar minus BI. So again, I bar is autonomous investment which does not depend on level of income or rate of interest. B is the responsiveness. This B is the responsiveness of investment to changes in rate of interest. G and NX are constant. Therefore, G is equal to G bar and NX is equal to NX bar. Now, let's substitute the value of consumption function, that is C, I, G and NX into aggregate demand. That is equation number 1. So therefore, aggregate demand is equal to C bar plus C into 1 minus T Y plus C TR bar plus I bar plus G bar plus NX bar. Now let's take all autonomous spendings together. That is CR bar, CTR bar, I bar, G bar, NX bar. And it is known as A bar, autonomous spendings. So aggregate demand is equal to A bar. The remaining part is C1 minus TY minus BI. So this A bar includes all autonomous spending. Now in equilibrium, Y is equal to aggregate demand. So therefore, y is equal to a bar plus c 1 minus y into t minus bi is equal to y. So let's take things that include y on left hand side and remaining part on the right hand side. So y minus c into 1 minus ty is equal to a bar minus bi. Take y common, and therefore y is equal to a bar minus bi upon 1 minus c 1 minus t. Now this 1 upon 1 minus c 1 minus t is nothing but the government multiplier. This is government multiplier. So instead of writing this, we can write alpha g, and therefore y is equal to alpha g in bracket a bar minus bi, and this is our IS equation. Now let's understand the graphical derivation. We have three panels. Panel A shows the relationship between investment and the rate of interest. Panel B is the goods market equilibrium, and panel C shows the IS curve or combinations, various combinations of interest rate and level of output. So I is investment curve. When rate of interest is I1, small I1, the level of investment is capital I1, and the associated aggregate demand is AD1. You can see here I is rate of interest is I1. This is AD is equal to Y curve, and E1 is the equilibrium point, and equilibrium level of income is Y1. Now this equilibrium level of income is associated with I1 interest rate, and therefore the reflection of E1 is point A in panel C, and that shows the relationship between I1 and Y1. Now if rate of interest decreases, see panel A, from I1 to I2, and therefore investment will increase from capital I1 to capital I2. Now this fall in interest rate leads to rise in aggregate demand, and therefore we have the upward shift in the aggregate demand curve. So you can see new aggregate demand curve AD2 with lower interest rate I2. The new equilibrium point is E2, at which equilibrium level of output or income is Y2. Now this Y2 is associated with lower interest rate, and therefore reflection of E2 is depicted by point B in panel C. So here rate of interest is I2. Now if you join these 2 points A and B, we will get negatively sloped IS curve. So therefore, if you see all points on IS curve, such as point A and B, goods market is in equilibrium, and we have negatively sloped IS curve. So that's the idea of negatively sloped IS curve and mathematical and graphical derivation. If you find this video useful, kindly like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.